Hey guys, good morning. Chelsea, why don't you come on up? Our wonderful tourism director. We have to nominate her. What do you think? Best tourism director of the country? Come on. She really, I tell you, she does really, really good work. And I'm so pleased that she's a strong member of the team. And I think you're only as good as the team you have around you. And got a lot of good people up here today. So thank you to the legislators who are here today. And I know there may be some others in the audience. I'm looking. Are there any other? Usually there are a couple more that are going to be coming on by. Let me start today. I know we're focusing on tourism. And I see all these happy faces because I don't know how people can be unhappy if they're working on tourism, right? It brings so many smiles to people's faces when folks are going to our state parks or so many of our beautiful sites across West Virginia. But I'm going to start today with some good news. I want to thank everyone who's been working nonstop to deal with the storm. It's my understanding that we're down to about 900 people without power. And a lot of the reason for that is the linemen and the folks worked around the clock. I want to thank the folks who did so much work. They really don't get enough credit, but these guys worked through some brutal conditions, sometimes clearing all the trees and operating with a lot of the black ice. And it's just an amazing amount of work that goes into keeping our state operating in a safe manner. A couple other things to let folks know. We understand that Highways continues to go out and do everything imaginable to clear the roads, and they're well north of 500,000 miles that they've put in, clearing the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary roads. And they've obviously been salting away, physical salt, and then they have this wonderful beet juice and brine mixture, which I love to talk about because that's enabling them to be even more effective in terms of preventing more ice from developing. It actually works at a much lower temperature level than other traditional products. So it's nice to know maybe we have some more crops we're going to plant this upcoming year because we're pleased with the results of that. So a lot of good things going on. I know that we're going to be working closely with the legislature on many big issues during this session, and I'm thrilled with that. We know we're starting to make some progress with some of the legislation, and I just want to applaud the legislature. This could be a really outstanding year, and it could build upon our strength that we're starting to show from an economic development perspective. And just so folks keep knowing, and I'm asking people to keep spreading the word, since October of 2025, we've announced over $6.5 billion of economic development projects and a projected 7,000 new jobs. Now thank you. Great. Now, some of those may take some time to develop, but we're just scratching the surface on so many of the opportunities that are out there. And I'm thrilled that if we keep working on the fundamentals, we're going to have an opportunity to really lift West Virginia up and help our state reach her potential. I was pleased to talk with some legislators today. I'm asking the legislature to move very quickly to authorize the Rural Health Transformation Program. This is important because every day it's not authorized, we can't do anything and we can't spend the resources that are available. We have to actually spend the money by October. So every day matters. And I'm just respectfully and politely asking the legislature to help me make that happen because we do not want to be in a position where we have to return money back to CMS when there's a chance to do some great things in terms of rural health outcomes, improving people's healthcare conditions, whether it's congestive heart failure or COPD or diabetes or obesity. This is our chance to create that virtuous healthcare circle that allows us to improve healthcare, which increases productivity, which adds many new workers to workforce participation, which strengthens the economy and lifts up our standard of living, which once again improves healthcare. It is that virtuous circle. So I wanted to mention those things because there's a lot of good going on. But one of the best things that's going on is the reason why you're all here today. You guys know I talk a lot about the backyard brawl in terms of how we compete with other states that we touch. Well, today we're here to focus on tourism. And I know Chelsea and her team are working so hard every day to let people know that West Virginia is the place to be from a tourism perspective. And 2025 was just another great year for tourism in West Virginia. I think as we've talked about over the last year, we've seen over $9.1 billion in annual economic impact for tourism. That's worthy of a nice. We did some pretty cool stuff. Visitor volume reached 77.2 million people. Think about that. And those visitors, they spent $6.6 billion across our communities, and that's a 4.1 increase over the previous year and a new all-time state record. This is fun to talk about because these aren't just statistics. These are jobs, good jobs. They're helping small businesses thrive. They're creating dynamism in the Mountain State where people know they can go to these beautiful, cute, small towns or visit our great national parks or see our state parks, and they know that West Virginia parks and outdoors and tourism is just superior to other states. It's incredible. But you know, I thank Chelsea a lot and I thank our tourism department, but there are a lot of people here today who deserve credit as well. And those are you guys that are on the front lines, that are working hard, whether you're in the tourism department or you're in the local tourism districts trying to get the word out about all the things you're doing. You're working hard and you deserve a round of applause. Now, last year, it's hard to believe it was about a year ago, Chelsea, but on Tourism Day, I announced the creation of Tourism Works. This was a really cool way for West Virginians to become ambassadors for our state and be able to cite all these fun statistics about the many good things that are going on all across our state, whether you're talking about Wayne County or Jefferson County or all across West Virginia. We want to make sure that the world knows about the secret treasures that we have lying here. It's incredible. But that online education program that was put together, that was meant to strengthen hospitality skills and also expand training opportunities for West Virginians. Plus, it's just fun. And a lot of people who took the online course came up to me and said, I just like doing it because I learn more about the state. I think that's very, very cool. We know that thousands of West Virginians have already completed this program and that more than 17,500 micro-credentials have been issued. Think about that. Over 17,500 micro-credentials have been issued. That's free training and access to college credit for West Virginians who want to enter the hospitality industry, and there are going to be a lot more economic opportunities for them in that area. Now, that is what you call strong workforce development. Now, our outdoor economy, it also continues to thrive. I know we were down in southern West Virginia about a month or so ago talking about the winter ski season, and that's been going along very well. But I want to also focus on our state parks for a moment. You know that during the State of the State, I asked for $20 million to help our state parks. I think that's a darn good investment. Do you agree? We know that over the past year, state park revenue exceeded $40 million. That was an increase over $1.7 million over the prior year. We know that the New River Gorge National Park visitation increased by 10% last year, and that came even in the face of the Schumer shutdown. We also know that West Virginia led the way to reopen our national parks at New River Gorge and Harpers Ferry, and that made a big difference. I think the numbers would have been catastrophic if we didn't do that. And I was encouraged after talking with Chelsea because I knew we had a chance to work with the Trump administration to make that happen, and just with some targeted investments, we could ultimately ensure that many, many dozens of businesses stayed open and didn't go into bankruptcy because of that stupid shutdown, right? That's the kind of thing you do to look out for your citizens. And I'm so pleased for the partnership we had with President Trump and Doug Burgum and others who helped make that happen. That was really terrific for West Virginia. We know that in October alone, West Virginia brought more than 270,000 travelers to the gorge. Think about that. That's up more than 215,000 from the year before. That's a 25% increase. We know Bridge Day, that attracted more than 120,000 spectators. That makes it one of the largest events that occurs in West Virginia every year. And while the Mountaineers fill up the stadium, there's no comparison to Bridge Day. We love WVU, but boy, people love to come to Bridge Day. Harpers Ferry's doing well. That's an 11% rise in visitation, and that benefits from its proximity to so much of the East Coast. And as I love to tell the story, that's how I learned about and fell in love with West Virginia when I first started coming 30, 40 years ago. I mean, this West Virginia has so many wonderful places to visit, and I want to repeat what I said last year. Come to West Virginia and visit, and you might stay a lifetime. And that's because of all the wonderful tourism that we have. So I'm a big believer in it. I'm a product of it, and I'm so happy to work. I have joy when we work with our tourism team because they're so professional, and plus they're just bringing good things to the citizens of our state. I think 2025 was a great year, and I think we have a lot of momentum that we're bringing in today. But today, we're here to kick off 2026. And do we have it here? Hang on, we're going to wait. I want to make a big unveiling. Ready? Where are the drums? We have the drums? All right. We are ready, and we are pleased to unveil the 2026 West Virginia, ready? Vacation Guide, our state's official travel magazine. Very cool. This is a very cool thing, and it obviously talks a lot about our rich history and our outdoor recreation. Really features some of our amazing businesses and the local highlights that are in our state, and just talks about everything that makes West Virginia truly special. As an aside, this unveiling happens to coincide with Tourism and History Day at the Capitol. I'm a believer like you. When we invest in our history, invest in our tourism, I think it leads to even better economic opportunities, more jobs, more knowledge about why West Virginia is the best place in the nation to locate, to live, to work, and to play. I want to thank again Secretary Ruby for all her wonderful work, and I want to encourage everyone to pick up your copy of the 2026 Vacation Guide. Share it with your friends and family. How many copies do we have today?
100,000.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot. So listen, you guys have work to do, all right? If you can get this word out, let's make sure that 2026 is an even better year for tourism. Let's go show the world what West Virginia is all about. With that, what I'd like to do is turn it over to our wonderful tourism secretary, Chelsea Ruby.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Governor. You guys were making me nervous here, but I'm glad we didn't tip that over. So thank you all for being here. Governor, I really want to thank you for your continued leadership. As you said, we're not just participating in the backyard brawl. This is an area where we're dominating. And I want you all to know that the governor continues to push me to go further. This is not a thing where he says, oh, we're doing really well, just keep going. This is a thing where he's saying, how can we grow even further? So, Governor, thank you for that steady push to make sure that we keep going in the right direction.
We got more big announcements coming.
More things. So I'm very excited about 2026. 2025 was a great year, as the governor said, for tourism in the state. This vacation guide is a labor of love every year. I want to give a huge shout out to our team, PR Director Lauren, who leads this, Lindsay, everyone in the team works on this every year. But when you get one on the way out, I want you all to notice the quality. This is a piece that over the years we have decided is worth investing in. We want to show people the very best of West Virginia. So it's 112 pages of beautiful scenery. I promise if you read it, you will learn things. I read things every year in it and learn new things. Every year I think we can't get better than the previous year. But this is our premier piece. So when people see digital ads online for West Virginia, we're sending them to our website to order one of these. They're free. We distribute them. You get on our website, you order one. So go to wvtourism.com. You order it. It comes in the mail in just a couple of days. But Governor, I've got a number I'm pretty excited about. So to date, so over the last month, we've been taking pre-orders because we wanted to wait till we unveiled these. And we have 85,874 people who have pre-ordered one of these vacation guides.
Wow. Pretty good.
So I was really proud of last year's number, and this is a 450% increase over last year.
Wow.
So we're very, very excited. But I think it's symbolic of the interest people have in West Virginia. We are truly changing the way people think about the state. More and more people are excited when they think about the coming year and they think about vacation planning. They're going to our website to order one of these to plan their vacation. That hasn't always been the case. That's the case because we're investing, because we're continuing to tell our story. So I want to thank all of you. I often feel guilty at these events because I feel like I get a lot of the credit, and the credit shouldn't come to me, it should come to all of you. Our team does a fabulous job of promoting West Virginia, but at the end of the day, it's those of you in the tourism industry who are really making this a success. We can show them all the ads that we want, but if they come to West Virginia and they don't have a great experience, they're not going to come back. My favorite statistic, and you guys know I've got statistics all day long, but my favorite statistic is that 87% of people who come to West Virginia come back. And that is because of each and every one of you. So thank you for everything you do. Thank you for braving the snowstorm. I know Tourism Day equals a snowstorm every year. And this year I said, I'm done canceling it. We're not doing it again. We're still having it. So I appreciate that so many of you drove 4, 5, 6 hours to be here today and to be with us. So again, thanks for everything you do. We're here to be your partners. We've got a ton of support here in the State House for the industry, and we look forward to continuing to work with all of you in 2026. So grab your vacation guides. We really do have 100,000, and we need you all to help us distribute them. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I want to make sure if legislators, would you like to say anything? Anyone? You good?
I would. I'd like to
All right,
thank you
Dave,
for your-
come.
I'd like to thank you for your laser focus on competition.
Amen.
And I do not envy you because you have about 1,000 different things that you have to be laser focused on, and we all appreciate it.
Well, thank you. It's very kind of you. Listen, I will tell you, every single day, we are looking to continue to fight and win in that economic backyard brawl, and it means we're focusing like a laser beam on the fundamentals, and we're letting West Virginia shine. All we're doing in the tourism area, there was a lot of good that was in place, and we're just trying to every day just make little improvements that make people's experience with our state better and stronger. So, for example, when Chelsea and I had conversations about what was going on to maybe do upgrades to some of the lodging and the facilities, or to invest in the water and the sewer, sometimes you see it when you're viewing, you come into these state parks, sometimes you don't, but you have to keep focusing on the fundamentals and get it right. That's what we're doing in tourism, and that's what we're doing with economic development. It is the challenge of our time. We're going to keep working on that, and workforce development, because that's how West Virginia becomes that shining state in the mountains. With that, I'm happy to take any questions from the media We'll start out. Any questions? Anyone? All right.
What would you say has been the biggest challenge in the past year with tourism, just trying to get people here into the state?
You know, I think there are a couple things. One, we've been so successful that we have to continue to grow and scale up. So Chelsea and her team and everyone in this room has done such a great job. And one thing we know is that we have to now take advantage of those opportunities. We have to build the lodging that's in select areas and continue to bring more people in. We have to keep the momentum up from a marketing perspective because you can't rest on your laurels. Imagine you win a competition one year. A lot of times in sports you see that you win one year, but like the Kansas City Chiefs this year, they got crushed. They didn't make it to the playoffs again, right? Why? They weren't able to keep that edge from last year to this year. We have to keep that edge. Even when you're doing really well, we have to keep going. So you can't let up. I think that's the number one thing. West Virginia has so much goodness to offer, but we have to continue to keep investing in what makes it so attractive for people within our state to go visit these places, but also to become known as one of the top destination locations in the world. So I would just say it's that consistency, it's that focus, even when you're doing well, to get up again the next day, to do the same thing the next year, but also stay on top of the trends that are needed, whether it's with new technology, new types of training, finding ways to bring new workers into the state who care about hospitality. That's how we're going to continue to make progress. Sure. Any other questions from the media? All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for being here. Grateful for the legislature, for the things you're doing, and I'm really excited about tourism in West Virginia this year. We do have some exciting things, and I want to make sure everyone knows we're going to have one hell of a party for the 250th celebration of America. So get ready for that. So thank you for everything you do. Team Tourism is lighting it up in West Virginia, and let's keep the momentum going. Thank you.
You get the first one.
Huh?
You get the first
Oh,
one.
wow. Hey, this is very cool, right? Very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
thanks.
we get these produced by Travel and Leisure magazine. And what we do is, so we actually order 500,000